My dear sunshines, today, under my video about Ukraine and the future of Ukraine, about the divine code, a woman wrote a comment, the essence of which is, what are you telling us here? When will the war end? You've already made predictions many times. It should have ended a long time ago. What is this? I check the account. Well, the person is subscribed to me. Why? Does what I convey not resonate with you? You don't need to subscribe to my accounts. And secondly, my dear sunshines, I've said this many times before. There are still a lot of people who are asleep and they just wander from channel to channel, from one expert to another, gathering information, and they are mainly interested in politics, yes. And for some reason, they decided that I or someone else is responsible for all of this. Because they don't want to take responsibility themselves. They don't understand how karma works, how everything works in general. And what I convey is not predictions, it's knowledge, the truth. That comes from the Creator, and it will manifest. I've said it a million times already. It manifests, and when it manifests, depends solely on us. And then I have a question for you. What have you done to end this war? How have you transformed within yourself? After all, you are a part of Ukraine. How have you transformed a part of Ukraine into a bright place so that the war would end? How and when have you transformed your darkness so that it will end? Because it's easiest, to blame others and not take responsibility. That's what unawakened people always do. They just look for information and, of course, let's say, try to pass the responsibility onto someone else and come with complaints. That's how the ego works. That's how human darkness operates. But always, my dear ones, even with such souls, I always have hope that someday, maybe in 8, 10, or 20 years, perhaps in another life, a person will come to the truth, because everything takes time. But it is very important to realize that we are all a part of Ukraine, and what it manifests depends on when we collectively pass certain tests and manifest these high energies to physically bring about this victory and move towards completion. So, my dear sunshines, before you write something, ask yourself what you have done for this, how have you changed? Because in order for there to be light in Ukraine, you must have light in your heart, transform your own darkness as much as possible, and also karmically transform that old dark Ukraine. Otherwise, even now, even when I already have a bright Ukraine, which I have been working on for many years, at least 12 years, it will remain dark for you and dark events will occur, my dear